Alright, hello everyone, it's ProdigySim here, and I am going to give you guys another quick little cast of a game that I had recorded. This is the match between Group Theory, which is my team, and Lumberjacks, Team Wrathful Lumberjacks actually, and this was for the first round of the Confogel Cup show. And I thought this was a pretty good map to demonstrate. It's only going to be one map because versus games are kind of long to do a full rundown commentary of. But I hope you guys will still find it interesting. Just some things that I want to tell you guys about before I start. I've started live streaming a lot of my games and matches on Justin TV, or actually Twitch TV, the gaming section. And so there should be a link for that somewhere on the screen, maybe here. And I also have a Steam group for announcing when I'm going to go live on that, which will be somewhere over here maybe. So if you want to join that Steam group or follow the Twitch TV page, you can get notifications about when I'm going to be streaming a match or a scrim. And I thought some of you guys might be interested in seeing first person how I play and how my team calls and handles maps. Also, I'm going to try to do some more of these first-person casts. If you have any demos or anything like that, you can send them to me. And if you guys don't know about it yet, I don't know what you'd be doing on this YouTube page if you've never heard of it, but L4D.com is a pretty good site for all sorts of things competitive, and we're going to be putting up a wiki soon and all sorts of things. So there's a lot of great stuff to check out there. But anyway, let's start watching this game. It's just gone live, and we are still sitting in ready up right here. Now this is the third map of Blood Harvest, and our team is up on Survivor first. This can be a pretty interesting map. I think it's got a really cool event on it, and it's got some sort of unique common spawning attributes, and the tank that you're actually going to see played on this is a pretty interesting one. If you played Left 4 Dead 1 competitively or anything like that, you'll probably have a good idea of how to deal with this tank, but I'll go over some of the basics of it for you guys. Now, you see our loadout, we are going to be taking 3 Uzis and 1 shotgun, which is a pretty standard loadout. It's also the maximum number of Uzis you can take on Meta Vogel. And Rook's just going to go out here and start clearing common. You got to be really cautious about exiting the safe room right here, because you can take a lot of damage from charge spits. Anything in these hallways can be very deadly. So you'll see my team slowly moving out. Biochemical keeping the safe room blocked for now, and I am just going to rush up and take a choke, juke the smoker tongue, but we do get a pounce and boom in the back. Spitter, unfortunately, not anywhere to help with that, and it seems like he spat in kind of a bad spot. He probably should have spawned next to the hunter instead. But yeah, we're gonna just check for items around here, and tank has spawned, so we are going to have to be very careful to deal with this. And you'll see a couple of my teammates are in front looking for some chip right now. Spawns aren't up quite yet, so it's not a big deal, but the positioning here is pretty important. You notice Biochemical going to the back corner over here, and actually he gets pounced because we did not have anyone watching him. It's kind of bad right here. You usually want to have line of sight on everybody on your team, so Nirvana going to that back corner where I'm shooting would be a very good idea. But he's going to just move back and forth. Rook's going to look for chip first, and you'll notice I'm sitting next to this room right here. Oh, and we have a pause going out, which I could just skip through. But a little more on this positioning. You'll notice the 3 Uzis are set up sort of on each of these corners that we have right here. And basically the idea is we want to get as much Uzi chip onto the tank as possible while he's committing before he can cut anyone off. So we've got pretty much all of the spawns in this area blocked, except for the one that's in the room next to me and safe room. But yeah, so since I'm the shotgun right here, I'm not really going to help a whole lot in chipping the tank, which is why I choose to be next to this spawn area right here. So hopefully I can do something against SI as they come in instead. Oh, but the round is live, and they send a smoker in immediately, and it looks like we're going to get 2 capped here, which isn't very good. Luckily it's weak cappers, so it's not a lot of damage. We're still doing alright. Quick clear on the hunter. But yeah, so when this tank commits, you should see all of my teammates sort of go in a circle. The tank's going to push counterclockwise, which is usually pretty standard, because then you end up pushing the survivors towards the spawns from the room that we're right next to. Alright, here comes tank. Rook and Nirvana getting a good amount of chip on him, but I'm going to sit right here and be watching for spawns. Now all 3 survivors have gotten a good amount of chip onto the tank, and I'm going to pop a boomer on myself, which was not really ideal. Charge hits 2 of us. Luckily the tank isn't really there to intercept. And going to get jockeyed in the front, but at this point I'm basically eating all of the SI damage. However, tank has gotten an in-cap and is getting a rock, but at this point he has almost no health left, and we just finish him off and push him in. So yeah, as you can see right there, we even ate a whole SI attack. We ate the charge, a boom, and the jockey. But because we've gotten so much Uzi chip on that tank, we're able to take him down pretty quickly. So yeah, like I was pointing out, the positioning and being able to get as much Uzi chip as you can quickly is really key to taking down that tank. Now, the rest of the map is pretty open, but there can be a lot of horde in these areas, and there's some pretty good SI spawns if they take the time to set up on them. So, we'll sort of move out here. Jockey coming in from the back, hitting a very nice B-hop. That was Shade playing for Wrathful Lumberjacks. But that attack gets shut down pretty quick. Pretty much all of the SI came from one hill right there. Normally, I'd rather wait for that sort of area, the valley we just went through, so SI can get spawns on both sides and sort of box in the survivors a little better. On Confogel, I'm not completely sure about how it is on Vanilla, but there is a static hunting rifle spawn over here. In this little campground area that we're about to see Nirvana and Rook head towards. So they're going to pick up that hunting rifle. Nirvana does play hunting rifle for our team.
Look out!
And we will move up. SI can attack anytime, getting a very nice long boom onto Nirvana right there. And we're going to try to clear SI. Catching a lot of caps right here. Very nice covered pull from that tree, and I dodged the charger just barely while I'm pistol clearing that smoker, and it looks like charger's probably going to despawn. So yeah, this area, not exactly ideal for attacks, but there's a lot of places you can get spawns and cover. So it's not that terrible, and having the boom really helped. There can be a lot of common in that area pretty quickly. And gonna have my team move up and clear horde while I check side rooms. Looks like Rook's probably gonna grab this shot right here. And SI actually, no, that was actually a charger getting his despawn. Sometimes you hear the charger sound right next to you when they get the despawn. So it looks like we've still got some time before spawns are going to start coming in. Nirvana blocks that spawn up top, which is something I really like to have blocked. Takes away a boomer spawn and can help the HR get quick clears if SI do come in. And here we're just going to be really cautious and clear out a lot of horde. And hit is going to come in. But it looks like the charger taking his time. Oh, he was chipped from before, so he just came in and died. And good clears on a lot of things. You'll notice trying to quickly clear the common around Nirvana since he's boomed and wasn't spit. But he's pretty much on his own at this point. It's like he ran out of ammo. So gonna toss him some pills, and we were gonna have Rook try to run and start the event, but I need ammo and there's a lot of horde up there, so he's just gonna sort of stop and clear horde for a second. And I am going to miss a lot of commons with my Frang Pan here. But get ammo, and I believe there's 2 sets of pills here, so we're gonna get somebody else to take those. Now at this point, what I'm gonna be doing is searching for a bile bomb, since that's the only throwable that will spawn on Metafogel in its current version 8.3. But I'm not gonna have any luck finding one, which is really unfortunate, especially for these new Left 4 Dead 1 running events. It's really, really nice to have a bile bomb because a lot of the horde will despawn if it gets behind you and respawn in front of you. They set the director to spawn zombies in front. And so now we are going to go through and, oh crap, I just realized I left some slow-mo shots on it there. But we're going to push through. Normally at this point, when we're doing this final push, I would like to throw a bile bomb forward. Because if any of you guys have played this event, you know that commons really like to spawn behind the fences up front. So being able to bile forward will actually prevent more commons from spawning there, since they will all spawn up and just sit on the bile. But anyway, I am going to hop on a bunch of commons, and this is a completely accidental frying pan skeet you just saw there. And I actually have like slow-mo markers in the demo to make that come up. But I managed to jump over the charger as well. But normally on this area, you just really need to be careful, bait out those spawns if you can. and try to make sure whoever's baiting is clear enough that he can dodge that charger. And if he's able to dodge the charger like I did, you're pretty much in the clear. You're not going to take a lot of damage. And then it's just about keeping commons off of people with health bonus. So we make it in with a 368, which isn't super high, but you know, for that early tank, that's actually pretty good. Oh, and now my screen's going to be blue. Not exactly what I like to see happen, but we'll play with it anyway. So now we're going to play our infected round. You'll get to see how we play that tank. It's going to look very similar. We're going to do the counterclockwise rotation just to try to bunch up the survivors and push them into SI spawns. But yeah, we're gonna sack our opening hit. It's a 2-2 here. Gonna try to get some spit damage on him, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can really do by saving these spawns. We want to get a charger and probably a boomer for this tank anyway. Charger's really helpful because it can stop the Uzis from being able to reload quickly and start chipping the tank. So it's really a lot about saving your tank from damage. And eventually Resilient will ready up. Maybe we should just skip through here. Yes. And we kick the spec, and the round will be going live. Let me switch this back to normal speed. Now we do have actually SUD casting this, so there are live streams from both teams' perspective online if you want to look at those, and I can actually put those links in the description for you guys. But I go in and get a nice bunny hop boom to 2 players, and it looks like we are going to commit on the safe room with these guys. Sometimes kind of dangerous, but we do get a bit of a pounce spit, albeit off of a pull. But he gets the repull right in the doorway, which actually increases the damage taken in that spit. Doesn't really add enough god frames for it to be an issue, and unfortunately I can't pull up tab scores or anything to show you guys, but he is chipped a little bit. Now Nirvana's going to get tank here. Pushing the log into play is a good idea just to make sure that the survivors can't push out. I have to say, if you're playing this in pub, you might not want to do that if it looks like survivors are taking it back, since that log can despawn. And it looks like we're going to sack our hit right here. You notice we still don't have that charger we were talking about. So that's the main reason why we're sacking that currently. And we lost the boom pretty early, so we will probably end up with another boomer charger. As some of you may know, you can't get spitters during tanks in Metafogle. Actually having a spitter here might be a good thing, but we're not going to use one for this setup. Going to sack the smoker, since once again smoker can't really help in this area. Having a static capper in this area isn't really all that useful. They just get cleared too quickly, and they don't really help the tank at all. And so now we're just going to wait for Nirvana's spawn. I'm going to try to get a little bit of sight and delay it, but I'm just going to have to be committing with these spawns pretty quickly. Not taking too much chip so far, so that's good. And Shade's going to take first jukes on me. I am going to use the same path. We've got 2 survivors bunched up, and Rook is going to get this charge right here from the safe room, that one spawn that they can't really block. And we should get an in-cap onto Shade here. I'm going to let the boomer finish him off, and we do. 1 Godframe punch, and now I actually make a mistake right here and let Resilient take those pills, but I should get the in-cap pretty quick anyway. Now 2 survivors up with 2.6k HP. They are getting a pickup right there, but it looks like Jockey is going to be able to separate that. I'm trying to follow Justin Bieber right here to keep him from getting that pickup, but I sort of make a mistake. I should really just protect my in-caps. Instead, I throw a rock right there and enable him to go in and get the Jockey. Now we go for the 2-cap in here, but honestly, it's a little bit early. Both of the SI get completely cleared, and I am alone right here. So overall, pretty good handling. You see, we got 2 in-caps and a lot of damage onto, I believe, Justin Bieber there as well. So not too bad. But as you can see, I sort of didn't protect my in-caps well enough, and we sent our last 2 SI in a little bit too early. We should have put the tank in first since I still had some HP. And it looks like we're just going to go for a quick hit right here to sack. Actually, yeah, it looks like we will. We had a 2-2 setup. Sometimes it's a good idea to just get rid of your 2-2, you know, when you have a boomer spitter. And we go ahead and do that, and we actually get a bit of a delay on them because of some death spit that was in the way. So that's good. It means we're going to get our next hit sooner. We could probably use it in this same open area up here or along the cliff that they're going to be going up. And it looks like we're getting a pretty good setup here. 3-1 with Boomer. But however, Survivors in a pretty good position. We don't have a lot of close spawns on them. Boomer went and got popped already, so that was a good pop. As soon as that pull lands, I decided to just go for intercepts, but I get dead stopped anyway. Survivors just good positioning and managed to dodge with SI very well. But they are bleeding out quite a bit. I can't exactly get a good picture of them, but with my current glows, anybody who's blinking means they're on a mix of temp health and maybe some permanent health. And it looks like only one of the survivors really has permanent health at this point. So we're gonna just do what we can to bring this wipe in. I go for a quick charge right here, trying to get the charge and spit. Just trying to get some quick damage. Unfortunately, the spitter doesn't get the spawn as quickly as I had hoped. So it might have been a little bit of a waste of a charge. But we actually do get a boom and spit landing onto, I believe that's Shade in the front. So that's a good delay, good end cap, and he should actually be black and white at this point. So that's going to be really good for us. I'd imagine they're out of pills at this point, and they aren't going to get any until they get to the shack. So we're going to do what we can to maybe get a kill in before they make it to shack, or at least get some end caps. And now, trying to time my SI. We do get a nice double charge right there, but my tongue gets taken away for part of that. And it looks like we're actually going to get 2 end caps and spit right there. It's a really good spit placement by Rook. And I believe I've just killed Shade. So I've still got 230 health, and it looks like I can escape, so I'm going to go ahead and try to. If I lose Smoke or Last, we're much more likely to get a 2-2, simply because it's a capper and not a non-capper. So going to hold on to it right here. We do have a Boomer, and he's going to go for a free boom here. Does land it onto one of the survivors, and now we're going to try to land this final tri-cap to end the round. Can be kind of hard to time these SI. I missed my first pull on separation, which is unfortunate, but we land the 2-cap, and the boom guy is hitmaning right now. So we are able to finish it off for a nice clean wipe. And yeah, that's the map. If you want to see how the rest of the game went or how the previous maps went, you can click on the cast links that I'll maybe put on here, and I'll put in the description for sure. And yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, tell me what you want to see. Maybe I can do a full game or something. You can also send me demos if you want me to do a commentary on one of your games. And yeah, check out the streams, the Twitch TV stream that I will have a link to as well. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.